All right, we are live. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Hello, everyone. Me, your Sergeant at Arms, Priyanka Mishra. I'm back again on
All
this
right, we
Thursday.
are live. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Uh, Hi, hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I think I'm
Me,
getting echo.
your Sergeant at Arms, Priyanka Mishra. I'm back again. You
Sorry.
have the YouTube link open. You have to close
Yeah,
the
yeah.
tab.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This is a tiny glitch we always face in Toastmasters or in our life. Whenever I find glitch and we get stuck and oh my god, what to do? But something I learned in Toastmasters that let's not get stuck in some hiccup. Last since last over 6 7 years, that's what I learned in Toastmasters, and that's why I'm keep on continuing here, because here we are to provide supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communications and leadership skills, which results in greater self-confidence and personal growth. After so many meetings in Turning Point Toastmasters, this is the meeting number 449. This is not the point where we are ending. We are expanding and expanding and expanding, and we are targeting for a meeting number 450th meeting where we'll be doing something really mega. And I would invite each and every one of you to do something really big, allow and come and celebrate this event magnanimously. So I have few ground rules which I have for you. Please keep your noise making device on silent mode. Less each and every member encourage the speaker as much we can, which is zoom emoticon which you have on your toolbar, lower toolbar. And let's not disturb the speakers when they're speaking by sending a text messages whenever they're speaking. If you want, we can share on a personal chat whenever the speaker has wrapped up the speech. So with that, let me call our leader, to a Toastmaster who has been a mentor, a friend, a person who is staying little closer to me but has not met me. Even if he's staying, he says that I'm staying in Noida. So I have too many complaints. That person goes to other meetings. Sometimes he hardly comes to Turning Point Toastmasters meeting. Yes, I'm complaining in live audience so that he can attend as many meetings he can. So that person is none other than a dedicated Toastmaster who is a family, who makes our Turning Point Toastmaster complete, a loyal member, Toastmaster Anshuman. Over to you. He's the presiding officer of the day.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Priyanka, and welcome everyone to Turning Point Toastmaster Club. Apparently, why I say apparently is there are only two members and there are 12 guests. Oh, okay, there are now three members now and 12 guests. I think that can only happen in Turning Point Toastmasters, while other clubs are aspiring that wish we had like three guests, wish we had four guests. We have 12 guests and 2 3 members. I don't know what the mystery of this is, but more than glad I feel like part of the global Toastmasters community right now. um, and as for Toastmaster Priyanka, that's really true. So Toastmaster Priyanka is pursuing her PhD from IIT Roorkee. And she apparently has a 3 month stint in Noida. So one day she asked me, Anshuman, what's the best place to stay in Noida? Is there a place nearby? And I said, yeah, let's connect. And I then 3 months blank. Now she's in Noida. Apparently, maybe I did not respond or what happened. So that is what Priyanka was complaining about. But that's the trust that we share here, that we go back to 2019. So Priyanka is aware why I might not have responded, and I'm aware why she might not have approached again. But we are back to pulling our each other's legs. But that has been the true Toastmaster spirit, that we build connections, we build friendships, and we lead the club to glory in terms of public speaking leadership. And talking about that, I hope all of us have registered for upcoming oration. I know some of you have met in the oration times. Those 3 days of oration, I'm assuming in your respective club groups, you would have already received the invite. If not, please do approach your president, your area director to get that invitation. So oration is a place where you have the final international speech contest, the table topic contest, and you see best of the best speakers, including invited guests. So that's a wonderful opportunity to listen to them and also catch up with our peer fellow Toastmasters. And the best nights are usually reserved after 10 p.m., where you get to make one room as boys' common room and maybe one as girls' common room and have a great time. So I think the ones who are aware, who have lived that kind of college life sort of for those 3 days, know that. So definitely, and that's early bird discount. I can tell you from experience, actually is true. The amount keeps on increasing by say 2,000, 3,000 after every 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So that's actually genuinely early bird discount. So if you're truly interested in oration, please do register for it. And I can guarantee you will have the best Toastmaster experience in that 3 days. All right, coming back to the meeting today. So we have a jam-packed meeting with three speakers and wonderful guests from different clubs. Before I go on to that, I won't do guest introduction because the entire meeting will go into guest introduction. So we will get to going with the club agenda today. And to head that, we have the wonderful Toastmaster Day, Toastmaster Kanav, to take forward the responsibilities. Toastmaster Kanav, I met him here and there in different arenas, be it contests, be it club contests, be it enjoyed meetings, hybrid meetings. We've never met one on one, but I'm sure Toastmaster Kanav is one of the most active ones, and I look forward to him hosting the apparently turning point Toastmaster meeting today. So, over to you, Toastmaster Kanav, to take it away.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman, for introducing me. And today's theme I chose was game, and I really wanted to ask what your you guys have thought of when comes what is the word when comes to you as when I say game. I'll start with who I can see on the video is Ashish.
Hi Kanav.
Hi.
So as I got to know that today's theme is game over, and when I think about the term game over, in my POV, that game is never over. It's a continuous journey of anything, whatever we are doing, we are participating. We achieve a certain level at after some time, and then we move to the higher level, and then a higher level, and take some pauses. But the game never ends. It keeps going on. It with the time, with the flow, and we achieve the different things. But even this is a even something is a failure or success, that never that thing never ends. It keeps continuing in some way.
Thank you, Ashish. Now I take one more person. Minakshi, what's your take on the theme game?
Game for me, something is fun, which I can do all day. So there's particularly one game I remember that I played for years. Like my life depends on it. It was a game, it was a kind of a war game named as Myths of Moonrise. Um, I downloaded that during COVID time and I was sick with COVID myself. And I did not feel like talking to people entire time. I was like drained of energy. But when I downloaded that game, I realized that how disconnected you can feel sometimes from outside world because you're not connected with yourself. And that's when I connected with people because during COVID, you cannot go out and I was stressed out, very moody. So I thought chatting with people on game is easier because everyone is in fun mode that time and people can deal with your stress because nobody can ever find out what are you texting. You actually cannot read the tone in the text. So that was the time I realized that people from around the world have same perspective of life. It's everyone was getting impacted with COVID, and it was time when Russia Ukraine war started. So I began to speak with people who were impacted by war situations. So everyone actually, at the end of the day, doesn't matter from where people are, everyone wants peace, connection, and that need to talk and connect as humans.
Thank you, Nakshi, for that wonderful take. And thank you, Ashish, as well. So, both of you gave a really beautiful take of yours. That one is you need connection. Second, the game is never over. You should always be moving on and you'll always be learning. So, that is beautiful take from both of you, Meenakshi and Ashish. Now, coming to what I really meant with my theme was I wanted to talk about not just game, it was the professional part of it, which is called game theory. So, game theory is an concept in economics, which is what people play games while communicating and what people can do besides that. I will be talking more about it, but let me first introduce what is our meeting structure. Our meeting is divided into three parts. First, we have three prepared speakers today. So they will be giving their prepared speeches and they might have they might have preparing for a week or two depending on their time. Then our second segment is the table topic segment in which the guests are encouraged to take part and an impromptu session. So you will be given a topic at random and you have to speak at it for 1 to 2 minutes. Coming to the third segment, which is the general evaluation segment, which is how we did good, what we can improve upon, and what were the good things about the session. It is dealt with by Toastmaster Sajal. So I would request Toastmaster Sajal to tell more about this. And Toastmaster Sajal, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanav. A very good evening, everyone. General evaluation is one of the most critical sections that we have in any Toastmasters meeting, as here we get to learn not just where we went wrong, but also how we can improve upon it. So, anybody who comes up on the stage is provided feedback by an army of evaluators and our wonderful auxiliary role players that we have in today's meeting. Today, we have an entire team as a single person, our tag team, Toastmaster Anshuman, who will be helping us, guiding us to for as the role of primer, counter, and grammarian. I don't think I have seen any Toastmasters meeting where a single person has taken all the three roles. We are definitely going to break some record today, as I could see on the WhatsApp group, as Toastmaster Anshuman has written. So let me invite on stage our tag team, Toastmaster Anshuman, to introduce his role to the entire team. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sajil. Yes, quite an anomaly meeting today. And to spearhead that in terms of the tag roles, as we fondly call it, I'll be doing the role of the timer, accountant, grammarian. As a timer, I'll be timing the speeches, the evaluations, and the table topic. So for timing of the speeches, the time is usually 5 to 7 minutes, except if it's an icebreaker speech, which is usually 4 to 6 minutes. You'll see a green card at 5 minutes, yellow card at 6 minutes, and red card at 7 minutes, and four, five, six respectively. If it's a icebreaker speech, if it's a table topic, you get 2 minutes to speak. So you will have see the green card at 1 minute, yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and the red card at 2 minutes. And you get 30 seconds grace period for both. And for evaluations, it's 2 to 3 minutes. Green at two, yellow at 2.5, and red card at 3 minutes. Request us to adhere to the time limits. Coming to the R counter, so my role as a R counter will be to see if we are using any filler words or sounds in our respective speeches or roles. Any filler word or sounds reduce the impact, the gravity of what we are speaking. So we practice to minimize those filler words and sounds, and that is what I'll be taking a note of broadly as much as I can. And last but not the least, as a grammarian, I'll be noting down the good usages and not so good usages of the phrases and words that we use today. And my duty is also to share the word of the day, which is reciprocate. So what it means is to reciprocate is to do something for or to someone who has done something similar for or to you. So reciprocate can also mean to have a feeling for someone who has the same feeling for you. So, for example, say Toastmasters have given so much to me that so I'm reciprocating by playing the tag role today. Or it can be it was kind of my friend to give me a ride to the airport. Oh, it was kind for my friend to give me a ride to the airport, and on the flight, I was thinking of how to reciprocate the favor. I look forward to a productive meeting today. Over to you, Toastmaster Sajal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman. I would say that let's reciprocate the favor that Toastmaster Anshuman has done today by using the word reciprocate as many times as possible in today's meeting. So I'll be presenting my report in the general evaluation section. Over to you, Toastmaster Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. Now, coming back to my theme, which was about games and the game theory in economics. The major part of game theory has one basic example, which is prisoner's dilemma. Prisoner's dilemma is you are given a choice. So we'll do that. You are given a choice that two people, let me choose the two people who are there, Komal and Vasudhara. Hi, hi guys. So you are the two people. Now, what is the game all about is you two are the people. Now, if you are given a choice, I have 10 rupees with me. Okay. I can give either 5 to 1 person, or I can give 5 to another person. Okay. But the options to you is that you have to talk with yourself that I can give with only one. How will you decide that who will I give that 5 rupees to?
Oh,
Okay, like we have to convince you.
Yes. So I'm audible. No?
Yeah, you're
So
audible.
let's say, let me explain it again. I have 10 rupees with me. Okay. Now you two are in a game. I had given a 10 rupee note. Now you two have to make sure that I give 5 rupees to only one of you. What can you do to make sure that the other does not get the 5 rupees?
So I guess we can convince you to we need we have a requirement.
Hmm.
Or what if we convince you that if you invest 5 in us, you will get a better return? I mean,
Hmm.
Yes, that
Yeah,
can be also.
thank you. So, what? Thank you, Komal. Thank you, Vasudha. So, generally, what happens is I gave you a choice that only one of you can get the 5 rupees. So, for that, you will majorly try to make me choose one. That's what we generally do in life. We end up going different ways. We do not join hands together. and we just go separately. You could have done is joined hand and say that give me 2 rupees, 2.5 and 2.5 to other, so that makes a complete 5 rupees. So that's the theory of it, that we somehow are not inclined towards connecting with each other. And let me start with our first segment, which is the prepared speech segment. We have the 3 speakers today: Toastmaster Priyanka, Toastmaster Aryan, and Toastmaster Vasudhara. So let me call our first speaker, which is Toastmaster Priyanka, uh, and who will be evaluated by Toastmaster Prakash. So Toastmaster Prakash, is he there?
Yes, Toastmaster Prakash.
Yes, I am
Toastmaster
here. I am Prakash
Prakash.
from Chennai
Yeah,
Tamil Toastmaster Club. Yeah.
the stage is all yours. You can give the evaluation details of Toastmaster Priyanka.
Yeah, today I'm going to evaluate Priyanka Mishra speech. So it is going to be the ISA method of evaluation. So there are three major parts in that evaluation. First, I'll note down that message, what is a core idea. Then the moments where I did feel that engaged and where I lost the speech. Then delivery of the speech. I'll note down that and monitor the voice, pause, body language. Then another major part is CRC evaluation. In the CRC evaluation is first I'll give the comment what worked well on that speech, and the recommendation. If I find any good recommendation which is going to improve for a Priyanka speech, then I'll give that. Then again comment. That is one of the encouraging confidence and make that self-confident to give the better delivery if it is there. So these are all my part of evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Over to, yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prakash. Now it's time to call our first speaker on the stage, Toastmaster Priyanka. It's tough, but possible. It's tough.
Wait, Kanav, could we have
Yeah.
an audio video check? Is it
Okay.
audible, loud and clear to everyone of
Yes,
you?
yes.
Yeah.
The audio volume is slightly lower.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
little lower.
Audio volume is slightly lower. Okay.
is there any way? The distance is fine, but the volume is on the lower
I'll
side.
speak louder. Is it better? If I speak louder, is it
A
better?
bit better. Yeah,
A
a
bit
bit
better?
better. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take to speak louder. Okay, fine. Yeah.
So giving the stage to Toastmaster Priyanka. It's tough, but possible. It's tough, but possible. Toastmaster Priyanka.
Raise your hand if you stay with your parents. What? Still grew up. Few months back, my father got retired and he called me. Priyanka, I'm thinking to come and stay with you. Immediately, my reaction was, oh my God, my life is gonna be so tough. There will be no late night parties. What will happen to my boyfriends? There will be no more dates. I'll be single forever. What will happen to me? And again, there will be 9 p.m. curfews. But I love my father. I said, sure, Papa. When are you coming? Shall I book the tickets? Yes. Let me tell you something about my Papa. My Papa is 70-year-old, loud spoken, and he never listens to me. Papa, did you take your medicine? I don't take these medicines. They're fooling you. They're making me more ill. But Papa, again you forgot the geyser switch. How many times have I told you? But you always leave it on. Do you know last month the electricity bill was 4,300 rupees. What do you want me to do? I'm working day and night, taking care of everything. Couldn't you take care of small things also? All I do is work, take care of you, work, take care of you, work, take care of you. I'm done taking care of you. It's impossible to stay with you. At that moment, I realized that I was so rude. I said, sorry, Papa, I did not mean anything. Sorry, Papa. But my loud spoken Papa did not say anything. He just left the room. What did I do? I was loud and rude. How could I behave like this with him? I remember he came to my place only a few months ago. I remember when he came to my place for the first time, he was struggling to even lift his own luggage. Wait, he had not been like that. He used to drop me to my school on his bicycle every day. And now he couldn't even lift a bucket of water. At that moment, I realized that my father has become old. He's old. He did not leave the geyser on knowingly. He simply forgot. I could not sleep that night. I was pacing here and there and cursing myself for my behavior. I was thinking about my father, how he had been with me all the time. Even when I was a small child, he never shouted at me. I remember when I was 4-year-old, like 4-year-old, very tiny, my baby sister was born. One afternoon, when I was playing with her, she just slipped from my arms. And there was blood on the floor. We took her to the hospital immediately. When we came back, my mother started beating me like anything. To which my father interrupted and said, she's just a small child. She won't harm her knowingly. Then he took me in his arms and said, my dear, your sister is very, very small. So you should take care of her very precisely. At that moment, I saw an ocean of empathy in my father's eyes for a 4-year-old me. I asked myself, why couldn't I have the same empathy to understand him? Because, my dear friends, as we become the providers, we start judging them, even for their small mistakes. We forget that now they are on the other side of the table. We forget that when they were the providers, they were the caregivers. They had the empathy, the understanding for us. Now, why couldn't we do the same? Just look around you. Maybe your parents, your grandparents, any your teachers, your watchmen even. You might find a change in behavior or in their daily lifestyle. The way they make it stubborn, the way they behave, the way they answer. They might be the same. Because now, as my papa, they might be old. Could we have the same amount of empathy to understand them? That day, I promised myself, then maybe not today, slowly with time, I could also develop the same empathy. So I took my first step. The next day, my father found a sticky note on the geyser switch. It said, "Sorry, Papa." When my father read it, his face broke into a beautiful smile. And that one smile, I knew that I was forgiven. In that one smile, I found the ray of hope that with little understanding, little empathy, I can also make this toughest job possible. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka, for that lovely speech and a lovely lesson that take care of our parents. And I'm still living with my parents, and yeah, they're taking care of me more often than me. So now it's time to call our next speaker, which is Toastmaster Aryan. But
Good.
before I call him, I would like to call his evaluator, which is
Could we just
Toastmaster
take a
Abhijit.
minute? Can you hear me? Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, let me call your evaluator first,
Could we just
which
take a
is
minute to give feedback to Priyanka in the chat?
Yeah, please.
And Toastmaster Priyanka, can you do Toastmaster Aryan's evaluation too?
Oh, I would love to.
Okay, great.
Yes.
Can I choose a different evaluator? I'll be getting an evaluation from her anyway.
We are out of members to evaluate Toastmaster Aryan.
What is Meenakshi doing?
I think we're more bright-bringing member than Turning Point Toastmaster member. So,
Club
so
hijack.
let's stick to Toastmaster Priyanka.
Okay, I accept.
so yeah, Toastmaster Priyanka, you can go for it.
Okay, so Toastmaster Aryan would be appearing for ISC contest. He may be probable competitor to me in future. I would really wish to fight with him. uh, with that, so I'll be evaluating him based on the ballot of international speech contest. So it has again three part: content, delivery, and language. So based on these three parameters, I'll be evaluating him in the general evaluation session. Timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. So thank you so much. What do you?
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Arun, would you like to do a audio video check?
Yes, today is a beautiful day.
Thank you. So you are quite audible. So Toastmaster Aryan, consider it impossible. Consider it impossible, Toastmaster Aryan. The stage is yours.
When I was a child, I always felt that my life was like a movie. I would walk out of my home in the morning to walk to the bus, and I would feel the warm sun on my face. When I got out of the bus, I would run to my class and I would feel the wind in my hair, running and speeding against the wind. When I stood up in class to answer, I felt the thrill in my chest to speak up in front of everyone. When I had all these friends, I would feel warm hearted to spend time with them, to play with them. But as school changed, as exams began, it seemed like my life changed. Life became wake up, go to school, study, come back home, study, sleep, study, wake up. Is this all that we are meant for? Are we only on earth to score marks, make money, retire, and die? It didn't make sense to me. But when I went looking for answers, the only answers I got were this is what life is like. Anything better is impossible. And I know we all have times in our lives when we feel that we are not enough, when we stop believing in ourselves. And that was that for me. When in an exam of 80 marks, I got 3. My parents got a call from the witchiest teacher in school, Dr. Gupta. Come to school and bring Aryan with you. And when we went, I was worried. My mother asked, Dr. Gupta, what do we do? What is the problem? How do we fix this? And she looked at me. Fixing all this? Consider it impossible. Impossible. It was like the word was pinching at my heart. How can somebody else tell me what I can't do? It was like a challenge. So I studied. I decided I would prove her wrong. And when the final exam came, I was ready. Except that I forgot my ID card. And in Dr. Gupta's class, you can never give an exam without the ID card. I went to her, ma'am, please let me give the exam. I studied so much. She said, go to the principal right now and get a signature from her on this shit. If she signs it, you can give the exam. I ran 4 floors across the building, but the principal's office was empty. The lady at the front said, the principal is not here today. Without her signature, you cannot give the exam. And just as I was walking away in disappointment, I saw on her table a document. In the bottom corner of the document, I saw a signature. I saw it. I took my pen, quickly copied it, and ran. Will Dr. Gupta even believe me? I gave it to her. That looks weird. I don't believe it. She picked up her phone and began calling the principal. Ring, 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 ring. Nothing. Ring, 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 ring. Nothing. Child, if this happens again, you'll never give an exam in your life. Go and write your paper. And when the results came in, I got into my college of choice. I was so happy. I couldn't believe it. But when I reached college on the first day, I was beyond disappointed. Turns out, college is worse than school. Over here, life is about reciting back the answers that you hear from the teacher. Even if they're completely wrong, all the spellings are wrong, everything is wrong, just recite it back. And when I looked around, I saw myself living this weird movie, feeling dissociated from the world. Why am I here? What is the point of all of this? And when I looked in the mirror, I saw someone that I found uninspiring. Have you ever felt this way? There are moments in our lives when we find ourselves in the middle of a decision that is impossible. Every normal choice flies in the way of what is possible. The only good options seem impossible. And that was that for me. What can I do? What do I do? How can I get out of here? This is a hellhole. I don't want to stay here 4 more years. It's horrible. And I began looking for answers. I went out, tried to network with people. Maybe I can get a job. If I get a job, maybe I can leave college. And in one of those places, I found a guy. I asked him, what do you do? And he told me, I have a marketing agency. We do all this different stuff. We have content, we do all this. It's so fun. And when I was with him, hours passed by and I didn't even realize it. He taught me so much that I couldn't even believe it. I thought having fun like this while learning was impossible. I began working for him for free. I thought maybe something can come from this. And one day he really called me. He said, Aryan, you've done a great job. I think I want to hire you. I'm going to give you a job. I couldn't believe it. I thought this was impossible. In just a few months, I decided I would leave college. I decided I would pursue my job, and I have been happily pursuing that job for a year now. There are moments in your lives when people come by and they say that something is impossible. You can't do this. It's not possible. This is not how it's supposed to be. Nobody has done this. But if we believed that word as much as we do, then we wouldn't be where we are today. We would have stopped pursuing better, and we would be limited in our growth. When somebody tells you that something is impossible, take that as a challenge. Thank you, and back to you, Timot.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aryan. You reminded me of my school days. I was getting failed in a subject. Still, the other two who were failing were asking me how to get pass. So it was like I guided them, and we all three failed the next term as well. So that particular subject I was bad at. Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Aaron, for that lovely take. Now we have our third speaker for the day, which is Toastmaster Vasundhara, and her evaluator is Toastmaster Anshuman. So I would like to call Toastmaster Anshuman on the stage.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kanav. So, Toastmaster Vasundhara will be giving the second speech of evaluation and feedback project. So, the purpose of the project is for Toastmaster Vasundhara to apply feedback given in the first speech and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting, which I'm presuming she already has. The purpose of the speech is also for the member to demonstrate the ability to deliver an effective and respectful speech evaluation speech. So Tosma Vasundhara has given me the feedback she received in the first speech, and I'm going to ensure that I'm evaluating against those notes. Thanks a lot. Over to you, Toastmaster Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anshuman. Toastmaster Vasundhara, would you like to say something and give a audio video check?
Hi, Vasundhara this side. How's the
Yeah,
audio?
yes, it's good.
Good. Okay.
So you're keeping the black background?
Uh,
Yes.
how to change it? Hmm.
In a club speech, it should be fine. Um,
My background is black actually. This is
yeah,
house.
that's
Okay.
okay. I think
Okay.
your um, your clothing is in contrast, so it's quite visible, at least to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So shall I
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
please.
please go ahead.
continue?
I'll just introduce you. Toastmaster Vasundhara, almost guilty, Toastmaster Vasundhara. The stage is all yours.
No one can make you feel inferior without your content. That day, I handed over my phone to a stranger. While he scrolled through my gallery, I stand there with tears in my eyes in front of the crowd at Nepal's most popular tourist spot, Bhaktpur Darbar Square. But what did I do to deserve that? The answer, I had broke a rule. Or had I? Let me tell you what happened that day, which transformed how I see such moments. It was my last day at Nepal trip, and we were at very popular spot Bhaktpur Darbar Square, UNESCO World Heritage Site. I was just soaking in this ancient beauty. There were palaces, courtyard, temples, statue. And then, when I was entering into a temple, there was a board written, only Hindus are permitted inside. My secular mind started questioning, how can they write such thing? I thought I will Google this later. So I took out my phone to take a snap. And then I read the rule number 2. No photography is allowed inside/outside. I immediately lowered my camera, but I think I was too late. Hey, you, come here. A guard voice pierced through my ear. Although I was facing the guard, but I thought he must be calling someone else. So I turned my neck to see who is about to be scolded. But it was me whom he was calling. My heart sank, fear just gripped me with hesitant legs. I just walked toward him. Where are you from? He demanded. In India. My voice barely steady. Can't you read Hindi? I'm sorry, I said. I didn't realize that photography is allowed outside also. Give me your phone, he again shouted. I gave him my phone without he finished his question. He scrolled through my gallery. I stood there, feeling utterly humiliated. I started feeling why I'm so stupid. Why I have done this? Why I always assume the thing. Reread the second rule loudly, guard again said to me. I felt punished, publicly punished. Me, who was the best student throughout the college and school. Me, who never broke a single rule in her life. What's wrong with me? How can I make such a stupid mistake? What's wrong? What's wrong? I said sorry 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. But he kept on going. Madam, what you think? We are your watchman or something? You will come and go just like that. If next time I will see you doing this now, I will seize your phone. I couldn't hold it anymore. I started crying. Silently, because crying in public is an act of shame. My mood was off, so I anyway didn't enter into the temple. I just wished to erase last few moments of my life. But the moments which you want to erase the most become the most precious lesson of your life. After returning back to India, it was my session with my therapist. Yes, I take therapy. And I told her the exact same story which I am telling you now. And she asked me a simple question. Whom do you think I was judging when you was telling me the story? You or the guard? Any one of you want to guess? I immediately replied, of course you were judging me. She smiled and said, no, I was judging that guard who crossed the boundary. There is a fine line between duty and bullying. She further added, imagine if a politician with 10 bodyguards would have done the same mistake. Do you think they would have treated in the same way? I realized probably not. Now, I am not saying we should not follow the rules. We absolutely should. We should respect beliefs and culture. But respect goes both ways. That guard sensed my self-guilt and fear and used me as an outlet of his own frustration in order to teach me a lesson. And here comes the beautiful part of this story. Remember, there was a time when I want to forget this incident. And look at me now. I am sharing this vulnerable part with all of you because I no longer see this as a mistake. I see this as a lesson. A lesson for standing up for myself. I could have answered to him, I respect the rules, and I anyway didn't take the photo. I respect your duties, but the way you are conveying this message to me is not appropriate. This story was the rule number 2, but let me remind all of you, including myself, the first rule of the life, which is to treat yourself with dignity and respect. So next time, when you will make a mistake, and you will, we all do, don't let it define you. Don't let someone else's harsh word become your inner voice. That's the rule number 1 of the life. To hold on your dignity and speak up for yourself, even when your voice shakes. And the moment where you want to disappear the most become the moment where you grow the most. And that's the rule, my friends, worth remembering. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vasundhara, for that beautiful speech and sharing your vulnerable side to us. And it was really good hearing you. And consider, I saw two people getting scolded, so it was more like, let me tell you then my story of getting scolded. So I had always been scolded, and like I was kind of a guy that did not speak anything. And out of random, I saw a foil ball, and I threw it outside of the window, and there were some kids. It ball went up, and yeah, then my class teacher saw me do that, and the impact on that child would not be that greater that her slap was on my face. And yeah, that time I was not an advocate. I could not sue her. But yeah, thank you everyone. Toastmaster Priyanka, Toastmaster Aryan, and Toastmaster Vasundhara for your speeches. It was great listening to your speeches. Coming back to my theme of games. So there are three given things which makes any society grow much larger. Three things. First is energy. You need to have that energy in you that you want to achieve higher, which I felt today in our meeting. All the speakers were really energyful and they just wanted to give there. First is energy. Second, second part is coming together of people. So when you come together, you grow much faster. Otherwise, if you want to run solo, you can run fast but not far. So coming together of people is the second thing. Third is openness. Openness to new ideas, openness to new things, openness to change. So these three things can make you grow much higher. Why am I telling these three things? Is according to a lecture I have been seeing, He has been, so there was a sir who has a YouTube channel named Predictive History. So he had been telling what changed the entirety of history. There might be someone doing much well, but they stopped doing the things. So UK, United Kingdom, reached certain level. They stopped working and they started outsourcing their work. And they just said others to do my work. That was the day of that downfall. And USA came and started building up their empire. So I just wanted to ask you to note whether you are working hard or you are giving others the opportunity to pull you down. So keep note of that, and we can now start our second segment, which is the table topic segment, in which my guests are encouraged to take part. You will be given an impromptu topic at random. You have to speak about it for 1 to 2 minutes. And I would like to call our table topic master, which is Tamandeep. Is he there? Ah, Tamandeep, the stage is all yours.
Well, hope I'm audible there. Am I
Yes,
audible?
Yes.
the light is behind you, similar to mine, but more brighter. So
Okay.
if that can be reduced, another light can be there.
Okay.
That'll
So
be
give
great.
me
Else,
just
that's fine. That's fine.
okay, okay. So give me just maybe 10 seconds time. I will just adjust
Sure.
my
Sounds good. Sounds good.
10 seconds time.
Till then, whoever wants to come first can raise their hand. And yeah, I encourage everyone to take part in this. It's a really good segment, and we will be learning from your stories as well. So we'll wait for our table topic master to come back, and he will be telling about what the segment is. But I really love the segment. Trying to speak impromptu, and which I'm trying to do right now because he's not there, so I'm taking his stage. Now he's here. Yeah, it's perfect.
Hope little better now.
Much better. Thank you.
So, hello, a very good evening to all. Presiding officer, fellow guest, fellow Toastmasters. This is Toastmaster Dhamdeep, today's table topic master. So, for the benefit of guest, what is table topic? If you break this word, table topic, so it means there is a topic on table, of course. So it directly means something coming on your table which you are not probably well aware about. And that is how the beauty of this session. As already our TMOD mentioned, it is going to be impromptu. So impromptu again, it is nothing but something coming on your table without prior awareness, right? And I hope that is going to be very exciting and very, very interesting. I could see the raise of hand from our guest, but again, just to correct, I will be more happy if we could start with a Toastmaster. But again, I'm not aware whether our guest Ashish is actually guest or who's actually the prior Toastmaster. Could you please unmute and just clarify, uh, Ashish, to me whether are you Toastmaster?
Hi. Actually, I joined Toastmasters back in 2020. Okay, then I left because of few reasons, and now I want to continue with it. So, only today I have joined as a guest, and I will continue my registration from now onwards.
Fine, fine. No, that was perfect. So, what is when it comes to table topics? As a protocol, we usually start from somebody who is like actually Toastmaster, so that you could actually see what he is doing, how it's going, and then you will get the orientation about it. And you can go. But still,
Okay.
we could go ahead with you only, as you are so eager to go ahead and take
Uh,
a.
Actually, just before this, somebody told that from the guest who would like to come first. So,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you're right. So now here it's going to be very to the point kind of topic for you. I'm going to give you two words, and based on that, you have to frame your own story. It may be your personal story or some anecdote out of your life, right? And it's very easy. Guest Ashish, here comes your topic. Happy moment. Happy moment. Guest Ashish. Guest Ashish, happy moment. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Damandi, for giving the topic and opportunity. So, while thinking about the word happy moment, I would like to share one of the story uh, when I was in college and I joined it. Uh, Actually, it's a bit tragic story, but it's based on true events. So back in 2022, like 2018, when I was in college and I was with my friend and roommate. Actually, I was living with one of my childhood friend. We were both in college, and suddenly one of the news came to me in the early morning that he got an massive kind of accident, and I was very is like very sad what happened and how to deal with this situation. And we rushed to the hospital and we went, and then I got to know that the call was not for that one person who was with me, and there was similar name. And at that moment, the feeling I realized for him that yes, there's nothing bad with them. And that moment, I feel very satisfied and very happy that for him actually that yes, this is one of the story when I got one of the happy moment for him, and because the news was something else and somebody misinterpreted it to me. So this is what I have gone through about it. Over to you.
Wow, that was really insightful talk by our guest. Thank you for sharing with us. And now, and I just forgot to mention this session for each speaker, we have to speak for at least a minute's time and maximum for 2 minutes time, which is having grace time of 30 seconds. So maximum or max to max, you can go with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So that was, of course, already told by our timer. However, I just felt I missed it to re-emphasize on that. And now I could see the raise of hands, multiple hands, and which letter comes first, K or V? I think K comes first, so then we will go with V. So, Komal, are you Toastmaster or non-Toastmaster?
Uh, Earlier, I was a Toastmaster, but last 1.5 year, I'm not continuing. So I was there 6 7 months Toastmasters earlier.
Great, great. So you are well aware about the table topics that I guess.
Yeah.
So again, I will give you two words, and based on that, you have to share something, maybe your actual story, or you have to build some kind of story around that, right? And it's again going to be very simple. So guess Komal, big picture. Big picture. Guest Komal. Over to you.
When you think about a big picture, what comes in your mind? Maybe starting a business, or buying a big house, or traveling outside of your country, or anything can be. It depends on person to person. But for me, if I talk about a big picture, not doing something great, but things that really matters, taking one step forward in your life. In these, if I talk about myself, so earlier I had a dream to complete my education, then get a good job, buy a house, and earn good amount of money, everything. And then after a year later, when I realize, these days I feel that almost I have achieved most of things, but I'm not that much of happy getting all of these things. And then realize that what the thing that makes you really happy. So the things that really makes you happy, that if you do something for yourself, for your growth, that is the big picture for you, that gives you purpose to live your life. If you do something, if I do something for my loved one, for my family, that gives me satisfaction and fulfillment. So I think it totally depends on you, how you think. That's all. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Well said, guest Komal. We are now aware about your big picture, and we were very happy to know about that. Moving ahead for the third speaker. Before Toastmaster Vasundhara, anybody else? Because she was already speaker. Yeah. If anybody, yeah, Hussein, I could see it. Mr. MS Hussein. Are you Toastmaster, Hussein?
Hi, all of you. No, just I have joined the new this member. I'm not aware of about this club before. This is for new for me, by the way.
Yeah. And hope you are aware about the table topics, how it goes.
Yeah, it's quite very good for me, and I have learned lots of things today's topic. And even I see the moment the speaker, the way of expression of their self is very excellent.
Great.
So
Should
yeah,
we move ahead with your topic for the table topics?
I think just now I heard about the big things, and what would like to suggest me.
Yeah,
So hopefully
I
I will
will
go
now
for it.
suggest, yeah. So please hold on. Guest MS Hussein. Why not? Why not? Guest MS Hussein. Over to you.
Pardon, I did not get exactly what.
Why not? Why
Oh,
not? Question mark.
mm.
Based on this, you need to go and narrate. So whatever coming in your mind.
So I think the things is here. I'm not aware of that much. The things what's going on and how to to make myself to make a perspective to describe the things exactly what I need to deliver the speech. And that's why I'm just getting all the information day by day, what I need to learn and what I need to path forward to ahead and deliver the most of the speeches. So once I will prepare myself, whatever it will be given the table topic and whatever the presentation, it will be as a as for preparation for me. So definitely I will try my best to go with this. And because why I did not get selected on this topic to go and present myself, because the things I'm just looking forward to get an opportunity to become the member of this club and to get more information. So definitely, hopefully in future, I will have the chance to get more details and more table topics to prepare myself. And I would like to express myself and become more enhanced of my skill and what call this like future topic. Hopefully, thank you. Back to you.
Well noted, guest MS Hussain. Thank you for putting your perspective. What was you tried for? And now would like to move ahead with our next table topic speaker. So again, before Vasundhara, please stay back there. I will definitely come to you. But before that, I would like to go with Toastmaster Meenakshi for the next topic. So Toastmaster Meenakshi, are you ready? I think she lost.
Yeah, yes.
You are there? Oh, sorry. I couldn't see you in between. So I think because we are meeting online, to never know when the connectivity get lost. It happens actually with me when I was joining for my session. So just before that, I got some connectivity issue and I was struggling. Good to see you back, Toastmaster Meenakshi.
Yeah, same.
Now, your topic is going to be little interesting. I will give you two words and you need to start your story from these two words. Right. Toastmaster Meenakshi. It happens. It happens. Toastmaster Meenakshi.
It happens. It happens that sometimes people find out that what they have been doing for 78 years, it was all wrong. It's a Tuesday evening. After a tired day, I'm playing with my nephew. And he showed me a sheet where he said that, you know what? I've drawn a solar system. And I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And these planets 9, to which he very quickly said, no, Pluto is no longer a planet because scientists believe that it's no longer a planet. I am listening to him amazed. In my entire school, in my entire college life, I've been seeing 9 planets, but it happens. It happens what science believe or have been believing for 78 years. In a click, it can question your reality. So yes, thinking scientifically is right. Believing in science is right. But also, Pluto doesn't know that it has been excluded from planets. It's still the same. It still possessed the same traits when it was considered a planet. So it doesn't matter what people believe about you. What matters is you continue being yourself. Because Pluto still exists in our solar system or in, thank you for that hashtag. Yeah, in our galaxy, in the Milky Way galaxy, it still exists. It's still doing the same thing without worrying that am I still a planet, or do I do a little more better? Should I make myself bigger? It's not about how you perform so that people notice you. It's all about being yourself, considering yourself a part of universe because you matter to yourself. Thank you.
Lovely and interesting anecdote to listen from you. Thank you for bringing up on the table. Now it's time to move ahead with the next speaker. I hope we do have some more time.
Yes, Toastmaster Nandi. This is going to be last table topic.
Noted, noted. So should we go with then Toastmaster Vasundhara now?
Yes, we should definitely.
Or anybody else is still interested? No. Because why I kept her at the last, she was already speaker, and it's being my being my utmost responsibility to be getting involved with those who were not actually the role players. So, however, understanding nobody else is now interested or want to go ahead, it's time to take Toastmaster Vasundhara as a next table topic speaker.
Sure.
Toastmaster Vasundhara. Bright ideas. Bright ideas. Toastmaster Vasundhara.
Sure. Idea. That's how everything around us looks like that it was born with some idea. We in today's world, the execution is less important than the idea. Like idea ignites so many things. Let me tell a story of myself. Although on Toastmaster we are not allowed to promote anything which we make, so I will not mention the my product name, but I will just talk about the idea. It was a random I came from a trip, and my iPhone started giving me a constant reminder, your space is full, your space is full, your storage is full. And I was like, okay, after buying such an expensive iPhone, now I am short out of storage. Then that time I got an idea to clean that storage, but in a more smarter way. And I'm sure all of you have heard the name Tinder. So what idea I brought was, let's match the Tinder and gallery cleaning together and make them a gamified bros. So this idea brought into execution with the help of some coding, some ideation, some research, and we converted into an app. And currently, this idea sounds like this is not only my idea, which was this idea was loved by another 8 lakh more users across the world. And that's the power of idea, that you it's connect with you, rest of the world. Idea comes from a problem, and problems connects us in the end as a solution finder. So that's all from my side.
And that is a great idea, what you just mentioned, how ideas comes. I think rather than now having my further ideas about giving topics, it's time to stop for me. And without further ado, I would like to hand it over Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kana. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Damandeep, for those beautiful topics, and some of the guests. For them, I just wanted to tell, once a Toastmaster, you're always a Toastmaster. So you can say that you are a Toastmaster now as well. And I hope you all enjoyed the table topic segment. We are done with the second segment, and let me continue with my theme. I just wanted to tell an idea which I found really great. So he a particular idea in that game theory is that we all are playing games, and at the end of the day there is no scope of playing more games because you have started from level 1, you got to level 2, you got to level 3. That level 3 person has stuck there. He does not let anyone go up him, beyond him, and he does not go down. So the hierarchy has stopped to level 3. Now, what should we do? What would you do if I say that you are stuck in somewhere? You cannot go ahead than a particular person in a particular game. What would you do? Any idea? I would ask just one person, Toastmaster Sajil, if you were given an opportunity to go ahead than someone who is not letting you go out, then ahead than you, your boss, your teacher, it could be anyone. How would you go ahead than that person?
Mhm. I would try to convince the person, or maybe ask, like, what is, uh, like, why, what's the reason behind if you're not letting me get ahead, or if it's a job, I can look for another job as well, but I don't think that's a feasible option if you're not.
Hmm.
That's
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Sajil. What I found in that particular thing was he might be a head in some other game. He might be a principal of a school. What we can do is get out of that and start your own school. So change the game. Let them play their game. We will start our own. That is the basic idea. So even if you are losing somewhere, you can win some other thing. What is your thing is what you have to look out for. So keep on looking and you will get your opportunity in life, in whatever you want, because life is not small, it is too big. And same goes with our meeting. It has too many role players left to go, which is our main segment of evaluation, which will be done by Toastmaster Sajal, the general evaluator of the meeting. So I would like to give the stage to her. Toastmaster Sajal, the stage is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kanav. A very good evening, everyone. Once again, welcome to the general evaluation segment. So, before starting the main section, I would like to highlight that in Toastmasters, we follow a CRCS approach, a commendation summary approach. It basically is a sandwich approach in which the negatives are fitted in between the positives. So you say one positive thing, then something to improve upon, and then another positive thing to leave the speaker on an inspiring note. And in the end, it's always a good idea to give a brief summary at the end so the speaker at an instant knows where he or she went wrong and how they can improve upon it. The second thing that I would like to say is try to use word of the day as much as possible in our entire segment. The word of the day is resonate, and the meaning is to have a similar feeling or similar takeaway. The meaning is written in the chats as well, so you can take a look there. The third thing is that the general evaluation section would be divided into three segments. So, the first segment is in which the speech evaluators would come and deliver their evaluations based on the objectives given by Toastmasters International. The second segment is in which the auxiliary role players will come and present their reports, or the TAC team. We have Toastmaster Anshuman for that. And in the end, the overall evaluation of the entire meeting will be done. So, without further ado, let us start with the first segment. I would like to invite our Toastmaster Prakash, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Priyanka's speech. So, over to you, Toastmaster Prakash.
Thank you, Sajal. Here I'm going to give my recommendation and evaluation about Priyanka Mishra's speech. today we got a very wonderful and very energetic speech from Priyanka, and also the topic, it is tough but possible. That is a topic he has given that. So the topic is very understandable, but instead of that, polishly we can say that carrying beyond my strength, beyond my limit, that will be better. And instead of impossible, possible, we can make it. She can make it a challenging task or something. And other thing about that message, the core idea is very beautiful, because the core idea touching the heart, and the content and the story, everyone come across that situation. When Priyanka started speaking, I gone back to my home, and when I was taking care of my aged father, that kind of feeling in my mind. So it is really awesome, wonderful content, and the story very engaged one. There is no negative point on that. She has selected the very perfect topic, and where that entire session got engaged. So Priyanka said that raise your hand if you stay with your parents. That is one of the powerful word before starting that speech, because everyone like to hear that word, love that word, because everybody like their parents and like to be with the parents. But nowadays it is become difficult to stay with the parents. That is one of the powerful words he used that. Then another one is when she is discussing with his father, aged father, she put up that wonderful word, another wonderful word. When she was child, never shouted me. So that much interaction and that much love affected that relationship between daughter and father. So she highlighted when she was talking about that aged, when she was taking care of that aged parent, father, lot of problems are there. But still, Priyanka highlighted that when she was child, never shouted me. Now the mind got changed due to the age. That is one of the beautiful thing. Then another thing, the papa, instead of papa, my father, my dad, she can use that, because uh, uh, the our language, if you are using in ISA speech, that is something different. So that we need to, Priyanka has to take care of that. Instead of saying that, Papa, have you taken medicine? That one can be polishly is that because Priyanka is the only girl, only daughter taking care of that aged parents, aged father. So instead of using this straightforward word, Father, did you remember to take your medicine today? Very polished and polite manner. Anyway, aged father, he is going to shout and make some rash words, and uh, that will be the better word to from Priyanka, from daughter. Then another one, uh, instead of when we say that impossible, Priyanka is talking about all her story with between father and the daughter. The title is going to be the it is tough but possible. Instead, Priyanka can include some kind of other outside that story, like Vivekananda, spiritual leader of India. She said that impossible itself having that meaning, I am possible. So that will be make more powerful presentation. That will add more. That will add more advantage on the presentation. And the word very precisely take care of that. Even though the father is very aged and not cooperating for a day-to-day activity, Priyanka used that word very precisely, take care of. And the very clearly, very more clarity on that speech. Even for the small mistake, they are on the other side of the table. The phrase is wonderful. That also appreciate that. Overall presentation from Priyanka, awesome, outstanding, because the content and the story and the words she used that. Everything is perfect. Appreciate Priyanka. Best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Prakash. Next, I would like to invite our evaluator to Toastmaster Priyanka, who would be evaluating Toastmaster Aryan's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Priyanka.
Toastmaster Aryan was going to present something impossible, which we all think of. He posed a very big question that I think each and every person as a grown up, we ask ourselves. He started with the same question that waking up or the job that the we can do box. So before going ahead, I want to tell each and every people that I don't want to go with the CRC approach. I want to go the way I felt. He started with this question. And when he asked this question, it hit me really hard that yes, this is what I am going through. I do not know how to come out of this cycle. And I must say that definitely most of people must have resonated with the same thought. Now, later on, Aryan goes ahead. He goes to his childhood and he talks about something he did, a tiny mischief he did in his childhood. He talked about something impossible that his teacher challenged him that is impossible, and he faked his signature, something forgery he did, which he's sharing on the public platform. Is a big I would say big step for Aryan. However, I would say I do not find the relevance to the theme of the speech. If we are let's go back to the purpose of the speech. That's beating the impossible. Forging a signature, I do not think gives a good idea that you're beating the impossible. According to my opinion, it's not relevant to the purpose of the speech. That you're beating the impossible coming out of the web, the cat race. That's what Irene was targeting to. That's what the purpose of the speech I think of. Going further down, later on he had he's talking about his career. When he talks about career, he had some hardships. He went to the college. When he went to college, he was not able to relate with the college. He did not like the college. And finally, he's coming from the college. He's later on getting a job. He got an opportunity, and finally he beat the impossible. There it's now I found some relevance with the message of the speech. Somehow the message has been met. Now, if we talk about what can be done better in the body of the speech, I'm feeling a little more hollow. We can fill it better. We can fill more content instead of that story which he has forged the signature. Rather than we can put something else here to support the message. That is one thing in the content part. Regarding the delivery, Iron, you can work on your face. Face means, like when you say face, it has little poker face you bring to the table. You can, I know it is very tough to make expressions in a go. However, you can smile when you got a job. You should smile when you got a job. That kind of it will bring, yes. I can see so many time messages, but I couldn't stop because I had a lot of things to share with Aryan. I'll wrap up for soon. So that face you can change, the expressions you can bring, the delivery, and regarding the language. I'm not evaluating on language because I'm not good at that. However, these first two things you can work on. This is what I have the message. Overall, the content is good, Aryan. You are beating the impossible. You have asked a very big question to the audience. And when you ask a big question, which is hitting the whole human race, which is we all are going through, you have to come up with a very bigger solution. So you got a job even coming out of the college. I know you, that's why I know the story a bit. But if as a stranger, I won't be able to relate that much. So you have to give a bigger solution. If you are asking a bigger question, you have to give a bigger solution. You can't come up with like a very simple as a simple answer to a big question. You can come, but I should be satisfied. So you one thing, you any content part, you have to satisfy the problem statement with the correct solution. Second, you have to work on your expressions. There's a major two things you can work on. So with that, thank you very much, Sajal. Sorry for taking so much of time.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka. Next, I would like to invite Evaluator 3, Toastmaster Anshuman, for evaluating Toastmaster Vasundhara's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Anshuman.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sajal. My task was pretty clear, made pretty clear by Toastmaster Vasundhara, because she already had given the speech before, and I was told to evaluate her on two aspects. One is changing her position while she was presenting dialogue between two characters, and second was building a suspense at the beginning of the speech. Was she able to do that? I think yes. And so we'll talk about the yes part. So from a yes part, the as I could see the audience pretty engaged in Toastmaster Vasundhara's speech, because she started with a theme which can put us in spot anywhere. So I could visualize myself not reading some instructions, not following it, and then feeling guilty and feeling like crying at the end of the day by not following those instructions, which could lead to catastrophic consequences of even losing my phone. Then how will I scroll Instagram throughout the day if I don't have my phone? I'll die. But yes, definitely, Toastmaster Vasundhara kept us engaged right from the word go by first of all setting up the premise that she was in Nepal. There were she saw a temple. She wanted to visit there, uh, but she could not, or but she had her principles coming to fore. She took a picture. So entire narrative was set up, then how she was in a conflict, how she resolved that conflict. That's always a great story, and Toastmaster Vasundhara was able to deliver that. So the suspense aspect and unraveling that suspense of what happened was done well. Coming to the characters part of playing two characters, I could see the distinction between the guard and Toastmaster Vasundhara clearly. And there comes the challenge part, that how Toastmaster Vasundhara can challenge herself. So at times speeches are a subset of theater. So if we visualize the speech being a mini version of dialogues as are delivered on a stage, how the actors on a stage do it is using one part of the stage for one character, another for another character, and changing the tone also. So my challenge to you, Toastmaster Vasundhara, will be to say allocate left side of the stage for the guard and look slightly to the right, because you have to face the audience and emote. So maybe 30 degrees to the right, and act as a guard with that body language of a guard and strong voice of a guard, and then move to the right hand side and emote as Vasundhara, being like a scared Vasundhara or any kind of emotive Vasundhara, again 30-degree to the left and acting to the left. So visualize you're on a theatrical stage and emoting it. I think that's the best way to nail characters, as I've observed in a Toastmasters environment. So overall, these were the two aspects that you asked me to evaluate. Besides that, I think you had a great body language, you had a great tonality of voice, you landed the speech well. uh, Rest for my tag evaluation, however, there's one strong feedback for both your prepared speech and table topic will be, um, to get a tiny parts of the grammar refined, because I think your verbs and adjectives were getting exchanged. So in today's AI age, your Gemini and Chat GPTs can be your best friend for your script. So you might want to just copy paste, put it there, ask for like a grammar check, because like including me, all of us can be influenced by a native tongue, where the grammatical aspects might be a bit different than what English language wants. So you might want to just go back to your speeches, look at the tiny nuances. But overall, fantastic speech. You said the suspense well. You had a great body language. You narrated the entire story, unraveled the suspense, and kept us all engaged. I look forward to your further speeches. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sajal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman. Uh, the second segment for the evaluation section is where I call the tag team. So, Anshuman, would you need a minute or you can come?
I can
Okay.
go.
So let's welcome on stage Toastmaster Anshuman as our timer, our counter, and grammarian for today's meeting.
Thanks a lot, Osman Sajal. So I'll be narrating my evaluation rather than presenting today because of the multiple hats I was playing. I'll start with the grammarian report in the reverse order. Starting with the good usages, which included read the tone in the text, have the same perspective of life, working day and night, uh, some empathy to understand him, beyond disappointed. What is the point of all this in order to teach me a lesson? So these were the great usages where I felt speakers could do a better job of using the grammar in the correct fashion, take care of her very precisely, could be replaced by carefully. He really called me, would have been he called me. I had broke a rule, should be I had broken a rule. Ear should be ear. Walk toward him should be walk towards him. um, I want to forget should be I wanted to forget. So these were the correct usages. Coming to the timing and our count together for each one of us. Starting with Toastmaster Priyanka, your speech was at 6 minutes 37 seconds. Your evaluation was beyond the time limit. Um, the timer broke, but it was around 4 minutes 5 seconds. And you used there was twice in your speech. Considering it was a district speech, it has to be pretty precise. So that was there was twice, and I was there were an awkward pause. You might want to finesse those nuances. Coming to Toastmaster Aryan, your speech was 6 minutes 38 seconds. Similar feedback as Toastmaster Priyanka used. I saw it twice, which was not apt in the speech. Might want to correct that. Coming to Toastmaster Vasundhara, your speech was at 4 minutes 59 seconds, is 1 second shy of the green card, but 4 minutes 30 seconds is the minimum required, so you definitely qualify. And your table topic was at 1 minute 52 seconds. You use best student twice in the speech and use the Hindi word of na. So, like, na should be avoided. But all the three speakers were quite good in not using many of the filler words and sounds, so that's fantastic. Coming to the table topics, was from Meenakshi were at 1 minute 32 seconds. Uh, Perfect speech. Uh, couldn't find any filler words. Toastmaster Kanav, in your T mod sessions, I found like three awkward pauses, and I am realizing I'm also using filler words and sounds. That's fine, or not. Coming to Toastmaster Ashish, 1 minute 55 seconds, or ex Toastmaster Ashish, 1 minute 55 seconds. But used a lot of hours, around 4 hours, 1 Komal, Toastmaster Komal, table topic at 1 minute 41 seconds, 4 so's, 1 like. Uh, Toastmaster Hussein, table topic at 1 minute 19 seconds with 2 hours. Coming to Toastmaster Komal, 1 minute 13 seconds and 1 hour, 1 Toastmaster Sajal, I couldn't find any filler word, so that's great. And last but not least, Toastmaster Vasundhara in the table topic, 1 hour. Uh, I heard the word of the day reciprocate only, but I didn't remember it. Over to you, Toastmaster Sajal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman. I'm sure you would need a glass of water after this. But thank you, everyone. Now let's begin with the overall evaluation of the meeting. So our meeting began exactly on time, thanks to our Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Priyanka. She began the meeting on a very warm note, and she had a very heartwarming introduction prepared for our presiding officer, Toastmaster Anshuman, and he was called on the spot, and still she was able to introduce him perfectly. She had the recording option done, like every checklist on that sergeant arms list was done perfectly. So I have no recommendations for her on this role. Coming to our presiding officer, Toastmaster Anshuman took the role on the spot, and he even mentioned oration. So that is something that I forgot. Like after he mentioned that, I remembered that this is something that is coming. And I don't know how you can perform so many roles together and those roles also to such perfection that each one of us can take that as a takeaway to future roles. He had a very good introduction prepared for our Toastmaster of the day. I wouldn't say prepared because it was on the spot role, and he was able to say something very genuine about Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Kanav. Toastmaster of the Day Kanav had a theme which was games. At first glimpse, it sounded a theme which was very general or simple, but when we came to know what the theme was really about, it was really engaging and really a mysterious theme which brought out many lessons with us, and he kept the meeting interactive throughout. Um, one small recommendation I have for him is to, if he can ask everybody to switch on their videos. I know that even my video was switched off for a lot of period of time in between, but if everybody can switch on their videos, it makes the meeting a little bit more interactive. Um, one really good thing about his Toastmaster of the Day role was that when speakers were done speaking and when the speakers were going off to the stage, he was actually like complimenting the speaker based on their speeches. So if the speaker was scolded in their speeches, he would say something like, I was also scolded. So that would immediately give that speaker more confidence that the speaker was being heard. So that is something I really admire about the Toastmaster of the Day's role, and that is something I also take away for my future role. One small recommendation was that he can ask for feedback of the speakers, or he could give 1 minute to every one of us to give feedback for the speakers in the comment box, or we can message them on the WhatsApp group, whatever works, because it's an online session, so it's really easy to give feedback. So I think that shouldn't be missed in the upcoming meetings. Overall, a really good Toastmaster of the Day role and some really good lessons that we all are taking with us from the meeting. Then I have something for the evaluators and speakers. Like there were three speeches, and all three of them were so engaging that for a minute, it was really difficult. I think for Toastmaster Anshuman as well to perform like three roles at a time when the speeches are so engaging. Toastmaster Prakash gave a very inspiring evaluation for Toastmaster Priyanka. I can resonate with him over the minute details that he said, that those examples that can be said or the words that could be replaced. One thing that I would like to compliment Toastmaster Priyanka on her speech was that when she said that in that one smile, I knew I was forgiven. So, such language or such beautiful writing, like simple words but said with such depth, are something that make a speech very powerful. So, if she can say those words very clearly with a lot of pause, it would even make the speech more impactful. A small suggestion I have for Toastmaster Prakash would be that I think Papa is a better word than father or dad to use in the speech, because I know it might be Hindi, but in certain instances, Papa is a word which is which is okay, I think, with ISC speeches as well, because it creates more emotional connect to the audience, especially to the Indian audience. Because if you are using and papa is a English word also, I think. Like in many countries, they use papa as well. So I wouldn't say to change that word in your district speeches, because it's something that gives you that more connect with the audience. So because I was able to resonate, like I was able to relate it more to it, because I was hearing the word papa and I could actually think about my papa, and like I was able to connect with it that well. Then language that he used, ocean of empathy, that was really good. Like that was a word which immediately, like I started looking up what the phrase was using. One small thing was that you use the word precisely, which Toastmaster Anshuman also said in his language report. So that is something I think at that point maybe you forgot, because that word, I thought that you were thinking about a word at that time, so that word can be avoided, because that's a very random word, and in that sentence it doesn't look it doesn't match with that sentence. Coming to Toastmaster Priyanka as the evaluator for Toastmaster Aryan's speech, Her speech evaluation felt itself like a speech, the way she was performing her evaluation. And Toastmaster Aryan, one small recommendation I have for him is to improve the camera angle, because when he was sitting, he was looking like he was talking like this. But if he could just sit back or take the laptop above, like he could put it on a chair, and then we would be able to see him better. One thing that I really felt in Toastmaster Priyanka's as well as Toastmaster Anshuman's evaluation was that Toastmaster Priyanka said, I felt through it, or it hit me hard. So when you personify the speech evaluation, it becomes more of a speech. So it gives you that more of the feeling of listening to that evaluation, such that like you are listening to a speech. So, and even Toastmaster Anshuman said that even losing my phone, I feeling like crying whilst saying Vasundhara's speech. So, when you take it upon yourself, then Priyanka said that it hit me hard. So, that is something that I would remember for speech evaluations, because if you take it to yourself, if you relate to the speaker to that level, the speaker would also listen to it more carefully. I'm sure that Aryan would also remember when Toastmaster Priyanka said this line that it hit me hard. Um, then coming to Toastmaster Anshuman for Vasundhara's speech, I really liked the message in the speech that there is a fine line between bullying and duty. And Toastmaster Anshuman really focused on the objectives given by Toastmasters International when he said, and there were some solutions which were very innovative to divide the stage presence and to act emotionally according to. So that actually helps to practice and in being a better speaker another time. Um, um, then, uh, yeah, Toastmaster Priyanka, I would like to say that it was a very honest evaluation. I've written this, I don't know. It was a very honest evaluation of yours. One small thing that can be done would be to take the evaluation, like give the evaluation in the time limit prescribed. So at the end, it was becoming a bit repetitive. So what you can do is you can write down just 6, 7 words. For example, 2 words for commendation, 2 words recommendation, 2 words commendation, and one summary. So it would help you give between the time limit, it would help you summarize it. And in the end, it was becoming a bit repetitive, that facial expressions, facial expressions. So you could actually use the word trick for that. Um, and coming to our table topic master Dhamdeep, they were very fun topics that he gave. And he invited he wanted to invite a Toastmaster as well in respect of a guest, which is a good way to start a table topic section. One small suggestion I have for him is to say that the word of the day is this, so that table topic speakers can also use the word of the day as much as possible in their speeches. But there were really some fun topics, and we were all thinking about those topics when he was actually discussing them. Last but not the least, of course, like the tag team, the entire person, Toastmaster Anshuman, I don't know how you are able to do all the three roles at once. Um, um, One thing that I've written was, yeah. So all the rules were done perfectly: grammarian, R counter, and timer. One small, very small suggestion that I have for you is to you also give idiom of the day. So that would also make us make use of either word of the day or idiom of the day. I really love the word of the day resonate, because it can be used a lot in evaluations, and I think if we all remember it we can use it in our future speeches as well. And I think we Toastmaster Anshuman deserves a round of applause, because he was doing 5 roles today when I counted, like presiding officer, then timer, counter, grammarian, and evaluator. So I don't know how you do all these roles so perfectly. So that's it for the entire meeting. Overall, it was a really fun meeting, and the speakers came really, really prepared, and it was a really inspiring session. Like I'm taking a lot of lessons from this session. So over to you, Toastmaster Kanav.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. And that was a really great evaluation. We all got our feedback, what we can improve upon, what we can grow about, and what were the good things we were doing. So keep on doing the good things and limit the things which we can improve upon. Coming to ending, we are coming close to the end of the meeting, I'll end with the thought that I got to know about the specific game theory classes by by a YouTube channel, and it was by dumb scrolling. So the thought of the day is sometimes you can think that dumb scrolling is bad, but sometimes it gives something good. So the choice of choosing something good or bad depends on you and the purpose it gives. So if the thing is giving you something in return, then that is a good thing. If it is not, then it is a bad thing. Uh, what definition are you giving to it will depend on you and the society at larger scale does not have a meaning for it. It can be good, it can be bad, but if it is helping, it will always be good. So, give time to what is good does not mean keep on drum schooling, but sometimes it can be helpful. That's about it from my side, and thank you everyone. I got to see lot many people which I already have met personally sometimes, and it was fun being the Toastmaster of the day. Now I would like to give the stage to the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Anshuman, who did his 5 roles. Uh,
Thanks for Toastmaster Kana for being that philosopher zone. Um, I'm sure you like it a lot. Could see. But thanks a lot, everyone. As I've been mentioning in the WhatsApp groups, truly one Toastmaster International. I think we are from such diverse clubs from South India to North India to West India to, I'm guessing, East India also. But we came together flawlessly, integrated ourselves into our respective roles, and delivered one of the best recent meetings I've attended at Turning Point Toastmasters. Um, I'm presuming Distinguished Toastmaster Rupinder and Distinguished Toastmaster Anand have a huge role to play in getting us together, who are ironically not here today. But still, I'm glad we were able to come together and celebrate Toastmaster by conducting a fantastic meeting together. Thanks a lot. I wish you all a happy Friday tomorrow and happy weekend. I look forward to seeing you in more Turning Point Toastmasters and other meetings. Wish you a fantastic rest of the week. Thank you. Toastmaster Priyanka, if you want to end the YouTube live.
Yes, I